Hi everybody, I am Bobby and this is my sister Brenda.
Hello.
And today we are going to improvise and make a video about our experiences when we were little and everything what is happening on the planet right now and how we became aware of the things happening around us because we were born on the fourth dimension and we have our intuition is really high. It has always been really high since we were little. Maybe you resonate with whatever is happening to us or whatever has been happening to us since we were born, so that you understand maybe what has been happening to you as well. So my story starts when I was 3 years old, and I remember stargazing with our grandmother. Brenda wasn't born at the time. It was my sister. I have another sister, or we have another sister, and we used to sit down with our grandmother to do stargazing and look at the sky at night, and it was beautiful. And she always told us that whenever we were either walking on the sidewalk or anywhere we were walking or grounding ourselves, that we needed to look up to the sky because we came from the stars. That was intriguing to me because I was 3 years old, but it was amazing and it was magical because I couldn't understand still at that age what she was talking about. Then she was growing some flowers that the name of the flower in Spanish is Cruz de Malta. In English, I would say is Marta's cross, something like that. So she was growing this flower on her backyard and the front yard, and she will let my other sister and I know that the flower had like a little stem in the middle, and she will pull the stem out and she will let us know to lick or suck the little juice or the nectar that was on that little stem. And every time we went to visit our grandmother, she used to live right next to our house. So we used to go and, pull the little stem from the flower, and then we would be eating the stem. It was like something really amazing, and we loved it. It was kind of sweet. So we 3 years old, 4 years old. When I was 5 years old, I had a dream with this being that many people call Commander Ashtar. And on this dream, I was in this field of beautiful, glittery, shiny green grass. And I was walking towards him. He was right next to this beautiful tree, looked like like the tree of life. And the tree had glitter and it was beautiful. And I'm walking towards him and I see him, and he didn't say anything to me. I was just there in front of him, but I could see on his face like if he was leaving me here on the planet, and I couldn't understand his look on his eyes. He was kind of sad, but at the same time he was happy. Anyways, I couldn't understand what was happening on the dream, and I never questioned the dream. I just I thought it was a beautiful dream. It was beautiful. When I was 7, I had a dream that I was playing volleyball with my friends just on the street at night, you know, just in front of my house. And I start seeing this shower of stars. The stars were just all coming down to the planet. And I couldn't understand why they were doing that. And then at the distance of the street, I see this big, huge lion running towards me. When, you know, I was kind of petrified. I had no idea, you know, what the lion was going to do. But once he came to me, he stopped right in front of me. And I had the urge to, you know, kind of grab his mane. And then he started running inside my house. So, you know, I at some point I thought that he was kind of like protecting me. So when I go inside the house, I felt all these little weird, you know, aliens. They were kind of like the gray ones. And, you know, they started running inside the house behind me, and I could feel that they were actually looking for me. So I'm running inside the house and I'm afraid. I don't know what to do. At 7 years old, you have no idea what are these things. I've never heard of aliens or anything like that. So when I am inside the house, I had to stop running, and I stopped right on a wall. And for some reason, I could see them, but they couldn't see me. It's like I became invisible to them in the dream. So, you know, I didn't know what to do, and I was so afraid. I woke up from that dream really fast. I don't remember them taking me anywhere. I don't remember, you know, anything else about that. I know the lion was still in the house. So I'm not sure if the lion was still fighting or if he was still protecting me. I don't know what happened. Then at 9 years old, I have a dream that I'm walking down the same street at night, and I see this being. He was maybe 9 or 12 feet tall, and, you know, many people will call him God. I mean, he was super tall. I couldn't see his face because his face was, you know, shining like the stars. It was beautiful. The love that this being was emanating to me, it was so intense that I had to kneel. It made me kneel in front of him. And at that time, he touched my head. And touching my head, I felt this hot liquids going on my back. It was the most amazing experience I have ever had. And, you know, a very incredible. I woke up from that dream and I was still feeling the love. I felt, you know, this beautiful feeling and the emotions. I'm getting goosebumps right now. I felt this love from this being, and it was an incredible experience. But if that was incredible, Brenda has a more incredible story. Brenda.
Yes, hello. Well, my dreams, I always said that they were basically future, and I have experiences too. When I was like 2 or 3 years old, I remember that my dad was on the living room. We were all in the living room, and I remember that I was sitting on the floor. I remember wearing diapers, so that's what I think. I was like two or three. I really don't remember the exact age. I was not paying attention to my dad because for some reason I felt something like getting inside my body. I was sitting on the floor, and it's like when you have a quantum leap awakening. I started to look at my arms and my legs and started to see myself different, like asking myself, what am I doing in this body? What am I doing in this house? This is not my dad. Where is my real family? That happened to me at that around 2 or 3. I remember when I was 8 years old, I had a dream that I was in front of my grandma's house, and I saw this spaceship. I saw this light coming out of the spaceship, and I saw this being in front of me, like the same like you said. It looked like, for some reason, everybody called him like Ashtar Command. He was looking at me, talking to me through telepathy. I felt that he was my dad for some reason. I felt sadness for some reason. I don't know why. He was looking at me, and what I understood about the dream, it was he went there to see how I was doing on that time. I felt that he left me here for some reason, maybe protecting me, and he came to see me. When I was after that dream, I remember that one day I woke up and I told my mom in the morning, I told my mom that the military people, they were exchanging humans for technology. My mom and my dad, they were looking at me like, who told you that? Where did you read that? Or why are you okay? And I don't know how, I just knew. I always knew, which is basically what they were doing.
Yes.
When I was 10 years old, I was with my other sister. I have another sister.
Yes.
And she was teaching me how to do telekinesis. I used to do that with her. We used to open the door locks. We used to open with telekinesis. And I remember one day that I was doing that by myself, and my grandma saw me, and she hit me in the head. She put holy water in my head because she said that I had a demon.
Yeah.
So I have to stop doing that. When I was 13 years old, I had my first fight with a demon or a reptilian, because the demons from the Bible basically are the reptilians.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that my mom went to work. That wasn't a dream. That happened to me in reality. That was real.
Yes.
I remember that mom went to work, and I was in the house by myself. I was on the bed because it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. And I felt this hand on my neck trying to strangle me. It was something really heavy. It was trying to get inside of my body, but whatever it was, it couldn't get inside my body. I started to fight. I don't know how I defeated or left, but I was calling God all the time to protect me. I remember when I was 16 years old, I had this dream. I saw this being like 9 feet tall,
Mm-hmm.
very tall. I couldn't see his face, or because it was like looking at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
There was this light that it didn't bother me when I was looking at the face, but no face. I remember, I can tell people, the legs, the arms, fingers, everything. His hair was like a brown on his shoulder. but no face. I remember that he touched my head. When I woke up, I was feeling these hot fluids on the back of my head, all over my body. I believe it was the crystals.
Yes.
I knew it was not a dream. When I woke up, the message, it was like, basically was trying to tell me that I came here with a mission, and do not be afraid to do what I have to do, because he was always going to protect me. So that was what I understood about the dream. After that, when I was 17, I remember it was kind of like a memory. I remember that I was inside a pyramid in Egypt. I saw the end with electricity. I thought it was a coffin, but what always made me be in like doubt, it was that the coffin had the top, it was glass. It looks like a capsule. When I was thinking all the time, I used to think, why a coffin looks like that? Well, it wasn't a coffin. It was a med bed.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a med bed.
Yes.
And I remember that I was walking inside the pyramid because, I don't know, for some reason, I was brought back to life.
Yep.
And it's a memory. It wasn't a dream. It's just a memory. When I was 17, nobody was talking about med beds.
No.
Nobody was talking about these kind of memories that people can have, or that we have gods and goddesses in flowing through our veins.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, for some reason, I changed a little bit my outfit. I used to look at the mirror, saying why I was in this body. I love everything from Egypt. I started to see, since I was a little girl, I've seen demon spirits, but after God touched my head, it came more strong.
Yeah, it was stronger for both.
Yes,
Yeah.
the attacks of demons is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But I have faith. They can't touch me. They can't touch us. I mean, they try in so many ways. And one of my, I know that I came here with a mission, which is fighting with demons.
Yes.
I have to fight with demons. We have to fight, and I will do it until the end.
Yes.
That's the message. I mean, we came here with a mission.
Yes.
We will fight until the end with this spiritual war.
Yes. So this is very interesting. Obviously, I am the oldest one of both, and my other sister is only 2 years younger than me. And I was the one that was taking care of all of my sisters and my brother. We have a little brother as well. So when Brenda was born, she never crawled. She used to push herself like if she was a little mermaid. Okay, she will put her belly on the floor and then push her body with her little feet going, sideways. And I found that very interesting, from her. And, I observed her growing. She's always been with me. I'm kind of like her mom, pretty much.
Yes.
Then I did see her changes, and not only that, she was able to do telekinesis and all that. But we both have been attacked like really bad after having the dream with God.
Yep.
And we were, like I mentioned before, we were born in the fourth dimension, and we have had always the intuition really high. I mean, we can see the thoughts of people, what people are going to do next. What are they feeling at that moment? We can feel everything. And sometimes we cannot be around a lot of people because we can get the energy from everybody. So we can feel when the energy is either a bad energy, negative energy, a demon, anything. I mean, this is something that people will say, you two are crazy. You two are conspiracy theorists. Mm-hmm. But this is not a conspiracy theory. We all throughout our years, we have been fighting without even knowing what we were fighting with, or so 2020 came, and all of the experiences that we have had in the past made us have our great awakening. It was like, wait, oh my God, Brenda, this is happening, look at this, look at that. And then she was like, I knew it. I always knew. She was always in the computer looking for, information, looking for why so many people have the same experience, and then people call them that they're crazy because they were not. It's controlled opposition. You have the people that called you conspiracy theories or that you're crazy because they are meant to do that so that they can gaslight people.
Yeah, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I remember that I was bullied in school until one day that I woke up, and don't ask me what I did, because I got tired. I remember that people used to call me crazy. You're crazy, you're a conspiracy theory, why are you on the computer all the time? I don't know, I just always felt fascinated looking on the computer, reading, because when I was in the 80s, there were we didn't have a computer in my house.
Yes.
So every time my mom, you remember those books or little magazines?
Yes. Reader's Digest. Yes.
They always have this 1 or 2 pages talking about paranormal things. I felt fascinated about aliens. I used to read the 2 pages every day about everything. Mermaids.
Yes.
Aliens. Whatever it wasn't normal, I was there.
Yes.
Reading.
Absolutely. So what we just wanted to do today with this video was to just give you a little information about what we have been going through, so that maybe you guys have had the same experiences and you don't know what is happening. It's because you probably were a chosen one and you have been attacked all of your life because they do not want you to ascend. And let me just explain just a little bit. If you want to ascend, you have to see everything that is happening on the planet right now, because you need to study the enemy. Yeah. If you do not study the enemy and how they, do their things and their horrible things that they have been doing, you're not going to be able to ascend, because that's how you need to use your power against them. The truth is, the light. Light is truth. Dark is the lack of information, so there is no truth in there. Okay? These people have been doing everything behind the scenes, and we haven't being able to do anything or learn anything, because everything was being done underground or anything, all the things that they have been doing, it's away from what we can see. That's why they gave us technology. That's why they gave us, all the entertainment, so that they can keep us, happy and look that way, but don't look this way. We have always been following the enemy.
Yes.
Always following the enemy and what the enemy is going to be doing next. So we're going to stop here right now. I hope you guys learned a little bit of our experiences and our journey. We will have more stories coming out. We have so many of stories, and experiences that we have had throughout our life. It's absolutely mind-blowing. But for now, we hope that you liked the video. We hope that you learned something, and maybe, it'll help you activate your memories, and you can basically just stand up and fight with us and become an angel warrior with us. So with that said, I just wish you all the best and abundance to all.
Love and light forever.